Okay, class, folks, welcome to week number 8, report to the class. I hope you're doing okay, and I want to bring some things to you in this report that I hope will encourage you and for you to face the giant, the math giant, if you would, if you need to, and to be able to move forward with this course and hopefully in your life. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, these are the things that we're going to talk about briefly. It may not be in that order for this particular report. All right, number one, I want to lay out to you what is up ahead. So we are finishing the midterm. We have a few people that need to take the midterm the rest of Monday night here. And we are moving into what I call the second half of the course, or the rest of the course. And we're going to talk about the idea of a function. Then we're going to talk about linear functions, some applications of that, systems of equations, quadratics, polynomials, and exponential functions. Now, a lot of this will be graphical. And so you will be able to enjoy using your calculator, and I have a lot of videos there that I take you step by step. Also, there are videos elsewhere on the things that we're going to talk about here. I think you will like this second half of the course. There's also a lot of relevance to it as well. Now, you're starting with lesson 10, which I've got it broken down here a little bit more fully. And then if you notice over here on the calendar, a good amount of the rest of the course is in the month of March. And there is a lot of time here for you to sort of get back on the saddle and get started with the course. I'll be talking about the calendar a little bit more later in our report. But up ahead, there's opportunity, and I want you to know that. Okay, now you got to deal with reality in order to make changes. And if I'm not being clear, or you don't know where you are, it's hard to move forward or to keep up with where you are. So this is why I do this. Right now, this is our final calculated grade. However, there are some quizzes that folks did not take recently that I did not assign a 0 for. So that is not reflected in this chart. But it does let you know where we are. And folks, I would love for everybody on the left side here to be all on the right side. But you got to do the best that you can. That's all you can do. And if you know that you need to make an adjustment, you have my permission to get hold of yourself deep inside and make that happen. And that'll be a good thing. All right, we're talking about the final calculated grade. Now, I'm just going to cut to the chase here with the midterm. So this is the midterm report right now on Monday, and you notice 28 out of 36 people. So, that tells you something. We were kind of all over the place on the midterm. You may have realized when you were reading some of the discussions, some of the recent discussions were people talking about what they did with the midterm. So I hope you got something from reading those discussions. We're going to unpack the midterm, not tonight, okay? But I will do that on our next report to the class. Okay, quiz 8. I think quiz 8 was the first quiz that we seemed to start to be all over the place on. And so that may hurt you a little bit, and I'd like to be able to see you come back and really get that material. That's quiz 8. Quiz 9. Quiz 9 was pretty good overall, but if you notice, we've got 10 people not take it. So we need to get those folks back on the saddle and do what they need to do. So I will be sending some information out or sharing with you during this report how I'm going to work that out. All right, quiz 10-1. All right, so this is the first quiz past the midterm, and it looks like, again, we have about 10 people didn't take it, and here's our findings. 80, over 80 average, okay, so think about that. All right, well, let's go back a little bit and look at how we did on that test 2. So remember, the tests are over several quizzes, and it's an opportunity for you to put things together. And the midterm is an opportunity for you to put 2 tests together. Well, not the test, but the material that the test is talking about. And math is a building type of content, and it all has to do with how well you've mastered, the ideas in the course. All right, so here we had a lot of performance here on that right side there, and that's good. And you got a higher average there, so you could take some comfort in that. I want to take a moment. I know I did this last time, but I do want to take a moment and talk about the performance. Overall, that's pretty good. There were a couple questions that we had to look at, so let me look at them now. All right, here's the first one. I got to get my little pen here. It says divide the answer in standard form. Okay, so 2 plus I over 3 minus I. All right, you will have to multiply by the conjugate. 3 plus I. 3 plus I. Okay, this is really a FOIL problem. A FOIL problem. Actually, it's FOIL on the top and the bottom. Okay, so let's multiply that top. It would be 6 plus 2I plus 3I plus I squared. The bottom will be what? 9 plus 3I minus 3I minus I squared. All right, now remember, we know that I squared is 1. I squared is 1. That will be a negative 1, right? Okay. Let's rewrite that. So it's 6 over here plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 5I over, well, these i's go away right here, and 9 minus 1 is 8. And Mr. Staples must have messed up somewhere, so hold the phone. Okay, and all my excitement here, all right, this is negative 1. And that would be minus a negative, which is positive. I'm sure you probably pointed out my mistake. That's okay. 5 plus 5I over, that would be 10. Well, that's 1/2 plus 1/2 I. Orange Lab, we don't have fill in the blank answers. Okay, so there you go. That's how to do that problem. Let's look at this next problem. Solve it's a basic, just an inequality. Now, we want to know what the common denominator is to everybody. That would be 8. So you're going to multiply everybody by 8. Everybody by 8. Everybody by 8. Everybody by 8. On the left side, you're going to have 4x minus 24. That's going to be 2x plus 16. Let's move the 2x over here and have 2x. Let's add the 24 to the other side, which would be 40. And divide by 2, x is greater than or equal to 20. Okay, so which one looks like that? It's either A or B. It's B because we have a bracket, which means it's included. The value is included. Okay, so those were 2 problems I wanted to share with you on test 2. All right, let's pause here. You could pause the thing if you want to, and we're going to collect our thoughts. Okay, let's have a heart-to-heart talk. We all need encouragement. So you do have time to improve in this class. Really, you have a pretty good amount of time. I'm not saying that you should go slow. I'm just saying you have opportunity in your life. And a lot of you have a lesson routine down. I've read about it in your discussions. And also, I know that we all know when we need help, okay? And we do have lifelines that are available to us. We may not have used them the way we need to, but we do have lifelines. I want you to work the course. Please work the course. You've been around a few laps already, and I'd like to encourage you to do that. So decide or commit to the course. I've been married for over 32 years, and it's not joy all the time, but it's something I committed myself to. Teaching for over 20 years math to students who necessarily didn't totally enjoy it. That was tough work to do. But I've had to experience this idea of investing yourself into something for a higher purpose. And I want you to decide or commit to the rest of the course. 1, you're going to be a better student for it. 2, you're going to have more persistence and courage about you. And 3, you need to get credit for the class. So, keep that in mind. Whether you're younger and haven't learned to be disciplined, or if you're older and you're trying to get your mind around the course and put the time into it, I encourage you to do that. This will help you in other areas of your life. You can do it. And there are incentive opportunities in the future. Now, when I say incentive opportunities, I am not talking about any form of a bailout. I'm talking about opportunities for you to, because you got better at working problems, opportunity for you to try to do something about some previous mistakes you made. So just try to take some encouragement in that. And while I talk about working the course, it really is about working problems and understanding what you're doing. Sometimes our knowledge is too surface knowledge, and we need to get that a little bit deeper. Well, actually, we need to get it deep and know it well. All right, so take some encouragement there. See, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, hold on. We are in week 8 right now, and we're moving forward. So you're continuing on lesson 10. We've got about 10 people that have not taken these quizzes. I'm going to reopen them for another day or so. So at least the 28th. I may even go to the 1st. So please take advantage, not of me, but of that opportunity. Okay, I hope that helps you out. Here's a work assignment that a student did for lesson 6. Now, folks, I'm seeing some good work, and there may be some folks that are not working the lesson properly, and I want to encourage you to do that. Work it properly. Okay, that's what I want to encourage you. Please remember, in our discussion for lesson 10, I have loaded this up with a lot of videos to help you to be successful. I am not going to tell you how much time I put into making those videos, but they are available. I encourage you to go through those. Don't forget your lifelines. You have a new tutor here, got Smart Thinking, you have my office hours, and you have my tutorials on the calculator. Please use them. Couple reminders before we finish up. We're going over the problems you missed next week. Finish up with the quizzes, do your discussions. If you need help, seek it. Okay? You can do it. You can do it. I have worked with many people through the years in worse situations, and they were able to do it. Email or call me. Good luck to you now, okay?